people that don't know who Phila Dlozi is, please introduce yourself and let us know what you do.
Igama lami Phila Dlozi, all the way from KZN, in Richards Bay. I'm from a small village that is called Kwasokulu, under Inkosi Tian. So that's where my family comes from. Grew up there, was born and grew up there, and lower grades I did them Kwasokulu, where I grew up, until I had to relocate to Durban. Then I went to Umlazi Secondary School in Umlazi. So that's when my busking life started. I was doing street busking around Durban. Zonke indawo nje, the hot spots ozaziyo Durban, North Beach, South Beach, Sun Coast Casino, Gateway, Playhouse, Workshop, all those places. And until one day I was playing at the Gateway Mall, and then I met this young man. His name is Makaveli. So he came to me and he told me, you know what, man, I love what you're doing, but I feel like Durban is not the right place for this talent, I feel like I need to take you to Joburg, and it was my first time meeting that man, but there was something in me every day, you know what, just go, man. Then the money we made that day, we took that money, we bought bus tickets, we traveled at night, we came to Johannesburg. Then from there, my homeless life started in Maboneng. I was homeless, I think like for 6-7 months, somewhere there. Until later I met my older brother. His name is Sabelo. He's been here for over 12 years, I knew he was here, but I just didn't feel comfortable, telling him that I'm here, because he was gonna feel obliged, to offer me a place, to help me, and I know he's got a family here, started his small family here, so I didn't want to be a burden to him. I just wanted to create something for myself. So it happened that I was basking in Newtown Junction Mall. Then he saw me as he was driving inside the mall and at the underground parking. Then he came to me and was like, "What are you doing here, man?" And that's how we met. He offered me a place to sleep in one of his houses around Joburg.
Quite interesting. Okay. And then what would you say, your younger self, before you started your journey in music, what was he like, his goals, his aspirations? Was he always into music, or?
I was always into music. I was introduced into music at a very young age, and there's this man, he's got a beautiful soul. His name is DJ Sky.
Okay, also from Durban.
He's from Richards Bay, my village.
Okay.
Back then he was doing deep house. He was a deep house producer, working with different musicians, and one day he heard me singing and he invited me to his bedroom studio, and then started teaching me how to write a song. Before you just sing, there's something called intro, there's something called a verse, there's something called the chorus.
How old were you at the time?
I think I was like 14, 15.
Okay.
Yeah, between 15, 16, somewhere there. And it was not easy being taught by him because it was very hard. You know, he would literally hit me when I'm not getting something right, you know. And it was quite interesting, you know, so most of the time, because namhlanje bezoba umuntu ohlukile, namhlanje is gonna be hard on me, and the next day he's just the sweetest man, and you know, it's just gonna be like, oh man, take it easy, you're gonna get it right, you know. But I appreciate the time I spent with him, the things he taught me, because by the time I was in front of a mic in a professional studio, I just knew what to do. You know, it's like he was preparing me for something bigger, you know. And I was doing music at home. I was also playing sport, soccer, netball, indigenous games.
Netball?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Netball mates.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, it's quite interesting because, like, you know, guys wouldn't be caught.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. And then the worst part is Gusemakaya, you know, and people there was a criticism, you know, that we got from soccer guys and people that do not understand why a man should play Ipola Lizandla, you know. And because we were playing with a lot of homosexual people, you know, so they would regard us as, yeah. So, but it was good.
Do you think the sports helped in a way with your music?
Yes, it did.
During, like, you know, your mental space?
It did, because if I didn't do anything else, I wouldn't be able to understand Noguti. I'm not meant for anything else but music. I tried a lot of things. I used to teach ballroom dance. I used to teach. I used to help other schools with a choir. You know, I used to conduct choirs in different schools. You know.
Sure, you're busy.
Yeah, I was. I was very, very, very vibrant. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So tell us more about this new EP that you have coming up. What's the project name, inspiration behind it, and the message, you know, you want people to take from it?
The EP is titled The Kaigo Mam. You know, as African people, I don't know if other tribes, they practice the same things as us, Zulu people. But indaba yelobolo in our culture is a very deep thing, you know, because uma uzala umntwana and anenzanga lutho nobaba womntwana, ashadanga, akenzanga lutho ubaba umntwana, akahlawula nje uhlawula, leyo ngane le akuyona yakhe ngokomthetho, leyo ngane isabhilonga kuma wakho nobaba wakho. So eyasekhaya koma wayo leyo ngane akuyona ekababa wayo until ahlawule, akhiphe inkomo yenhlawula, aphinde akhiphe inkomo yokugeza amagceke, aphinde akhiphe ilobolo lokuthi uyabathenga abantwana babuyele kuye babize isibongo sakhe. So that is the inspiration behind the song. It's something that I'm going through right now.
I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
Personal.
Ubaba wami akaqedanga ukulobola ekhaya komama, you know. So kunomdonsiswana abasekhaya kwamfekayo bathi hayi ingane yethu le, abasekhaya komama kwaXulu bathi hayi ingane yethu le, engathi nina aniqedanga ukulobola, aniqedanga ukuthenga lengane, ngakho ke isabiza isibongo sakanini, you know. So kunaleyo mdonsiswana leyo, and it's causing confusion and disruption in my life, you know. So I have to work and ngincedise ubaba wami ukuthi athole lezi zinto lezi, mangabe kusele inkomo ngithenge lezi inkomo ezisele nginikeze ubaba, manginikeze imali ukuthi athenge lezi inkomo lezi ayisele nalezi zinto lezi ezinye ezishodayo akuhambise ekhaya komama, bese kuyabikwa ngokusemthethweni ukuthi hayi nansi ke nasi isikweletu senu esasisele ngakithi, asisafuni ukuthi kube nomdonsiswano phakathi kwale mindeni yomibili, you know. So that's why Hlogo Site Kagoman.
Mm.
And as the song goes, it says, Ilapinda Bisala khona. Yes. Which means that's where the problem is. Yes. So I worked with the different producers, quite talented producers. DJ Maporisa, and Buhle. I worked with Batundi. I worked with Given Zulu. I worked with Mr. Brown, with Ndabo Zulu. Yeah, and I featured Mtunzi on one of the songs.
So how would you describe the sound then with the project?
The sound is quite versatile.
Okay.
It's new age Mbaqanga from the top. Well, we start with yes, it's new age Mbaqanga from the top, and Masifika le ekugcineni on the title song. Then we go deep on jazz. Yeah.
Okay.
But not like jazz le at deep. It's new age jazz. Yeah.
Okay, and then do you have any features?
Yeah, I only have Mtunzi and
Just
Buhle. It's Mtunzi and Buhle.
why just two people? Okay, and why them? And what have they added for in your project?
You know,
Different.
Buhle, people knows Buhle as the Mapiano Queen. But I feel like, yeah, I wish South Africa can experience the old side of Buhle.
Okay. So are you bringing that?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, the old side of Buhle. Me, when I first heard the songs that Buhle did, when my police was playing them for me, I was like, no ways. Busim Shlong came back.
What?
I said Busim Shlong is back, you know. And I asked Bori, why is she not doing this sound? Because it has. And she was like, no, man, she's a mother. You know, she's got a life, you know. So she needs to make a living, you know. That sound was taking long to break her, you know. But man, yeah, Buhle is the next Afro jazz queen. She's the next Busim Shlongo. That's what I can say. What she's doing on the Mapiano, that's light and happy music. But I wish you guys can hear what she has at the back.
I mean, we're gonna hear from YouTube.
So, and that's why I chose Buhle, and because I found her there the time I recorded the song. I didn't know her.
Okay.
You know, so I found her there, and she was making. I'm not really sure what song she was making then, but I just knew good to know I must have this person on this song. And then on Queen Lami, I featured Mtunzi, and the reason why Mtunzi is because he's just, if not him, who? The sound that I'm doing in that project, no one would have complimented it better than Mtunzi. Because it's Mbaqanga. You know, when I say Mbaqanga, it's Mbaqanga. You know, and there's no one who does Mbaqanga better than Mtunzi. Yeah.
Just going back to our previous interviews, you know, we always ask people why do you work with someone, and most of the answers are like the energy that person has. You know, the feeling, okay, like if this person jumps on my project, it's gonna give me that satisfaction. You know, that's the right person for the project. So it's quite interesting. I can't wait to hear.
Oh man, I can't wait for people to hear that song specifically. It's called The Queen Lamb.
The Queen Lamb.
Yeah.
Cool. And then which track was the most fun to work on, and which one do you think maybe it was a bit difficult, maybe because of personal reasons or whatever?
Well, let me tell you, the fun song that we did on this project was a Queen Lamb.
Okay.
Reason being, when Given came into the studio, he just plugged his laptop, he played the beat. And we were just wailing in the studio, having fun, and I just sang what is on the song now. I just sang and I press pause on my headphones, plug in the mic, and then we went. The song was beautiful, and after that, Mtunzi came in, he did his verse. It was just easy to make that song, because of the energy that was in the room, And the most difficult song was Ekhaya Bomama, because we had to create a completely different sound from what we are doing on the project, We had to create something that speaks to me, and I couldn't have expressed what I wanted to express more better than the way I did. We created a song from the scratch. From the beat, it was created by two producers, Ndabo Zulu and Batundi. It was just a mixture of different sounds. Batundi does the different sounds. He produces Trezor, Anati, that sound. And then Ndabo Zulu, he's a hardcore jazz person. He teaches jazz. He's a jazz artist. So there was a mixture of African pop, I'll say, African pop and jazz. And the writing had to be, it had to be greater than everything that was created that day. So I would say it was the most difficult piece to make.
And then, looking back from where you started to where you are, you're about to drop your first EP. What can you say you've learned so far that has pushed you to this moment? Especially if someone is looking to do the same thing as you. Maybe even like exploring different genres, or just making it in the industry. What would you say is important for that person to know and understand?
I'll say there's two things. First, perfect your craft. Do not try to create something that is already there. Bring something that is not there. Bring something. We want you. We don't want to see another Nati Mangai. We've already seen Nati Mangai. We appreciated him during his era. Now we do not want to see another Nati Mangai. So we want to see something new. That's why Youngstana is so popping right now, because he brought something different. Every vocalist wanted to sound like Sathri Daliwonga, but he brought something different. That's why it's popping right now, So I'd say, be you. Do not be a copycat of someone else, and also invest in the knowledge of business, the music business. Invest in the knowledge of music business, because you'll die broke. And the third thing, choose the right team.
Cool. Let's see. So, what are 3 things that we would be surprised to know about you? Or 2?
I'm an entrepreneur. I do farming, and cooking is one of my, I won't say it's my first love, but it's my second love.
Outside everything that you do.
Yeah.
Cool. And then if you can collaborate with any other artists, either here or internationally, who would it be with?
My vision is to collaborate with every artist in each country. In Cameroon, I want to have a song with the biggest jazz artist. In Uganda, I want to have a song with the biggest jazz artist. In Congo, I want to have a song with the biggest jazz artist. In America, I only want to have a song with two people, Jamie Foxx and Tyrese Gibson. Reason being, Tyrese, there's only one specific song I want to do with him, and it's a tribute song to Mama Winnie Mandela. Because before Mama Winnie, they were very close with Gibson, and before she died, she went to America to visit Tyrese. So they had a special relationship. And Jamie Foxx, for me, he's the best vocalist. He's the best vocalist. I just wanna introduce he's always been that R&B artist, and a rapper sometimes, and a comedian when he feels like, an actor when he feels like, but I just wanted to introduce him in an African space. I wanna influence Americans to come, influence them to come back home. It's time now they come back to Africa. So me doing a song with Jamie Foxx, I believe it would motivate a lot of African Americans.
Interesting. And then what can we expect after the EP drops?
After the EP, people can expect an album. That hopefully early next year. An album with DJ Mapolisa. Yeah, it's a jazz album, an Afro jazz album.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then your music video.
There's gonna be a documentary. There's gonna be a music video, a Malabolo music video. There's just a lot. There's a lot coming. Yeah.
Alright. Thank you.
That was
a really interesting interview.
Yeah.
I honestly can't wait to hear
the EP.
fusion with genres. Sure.